And a major highlight of the Nat'l Economic Summit group was the recognition by the federal government that there is a need for agriculture to become an all-season venture against the seasonal approach earlier adopted. This was the submission of the Vice President Nat'l Sambo at the Policy Dialogue event of the 18th National Economic Summit group holding in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory. On the other hand, the Minister of Finance, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, said that the nation has achieved stable economic growth owing to strong fiscal discipline. Investors present on the panel also spoke on the challenges of doing business in Nigeria.
As well. Thank you. And lastly,
the interactive session was as interesting as expected. The Vice President, Nat'l Sambo, spoke to the audience about progress made in infrastructural development. The Minister for the Economy and Minister of Finance, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, on her part, believes that gains recorded by government is mainly as a result of macroeconomic stability as well as fiscal discipline.
Now we are addressing agriculture as a business. And we are taking all the value chains of agricultural production. And we believe in this direction, we will address the issue and improve our agricultural production. Then also the infrastructure. We want to create a situation where agriculture will be throughout the year, as against what we have today, only during the rainy season.
We have brought a measure as a government of macroeconomic stability, and that is because we've also introduced a measure of fiscal discipline that was better than what was there. As a result of that, if you talk to the governor of the central bank with whom I work, the fact that reserves are climbing now is not a miracle. It happens because of greater proper fiscal management. We now have about 9 billion in the excess crude account. Of course, we'll use some of it for paying some of the oil subsidies, but we've managed to save that. Last year, it was 4 billion. We are now at more than double. We also have the Sovereign Wealth Fund, as you said.
While the two government officials are upbeat about the strides achieved by government, potential investors in the economy have their fears bordering on security, corruption, and the ease of doing business. Some others are mindful of the necessary laws that need to be implemented that will make doing business in the country more transparent.
We think there are some laws we need to look at. The titling law, the Land Use Act, for instance, in Nigeria, the titling laws, the foreclosure laws. People blame banks that the banks don't lend. But we have so much land in this country that is not monetized because of certain laws we have. So we need to deal with some of these issues because they can truly change things very significantly for the country.
Areas of concern that new investors invariably focus on. Those three areas are security, corruption, and the ease of doing business. So, putting aside infrastructure, those three issues, security, we know around us what's happening, but the impact of that, I think, has yet to be seen. The ease of doing business, the kind of regulatory issues that we talk about, the multiplicity of different agencies.
The oil sector, Nigeria's cash cow, is also a contentious issue. Here again, government is taken to the task on issues bordering on scam and subsidy program, the petroleum industry bill, as well as the contentious issue of deregulation.
Any good economist will surely accept that the answer for our faster growth and realistic growth in that sector is to deregulate it. And so therefore, that is a policy that as an administration we believe in.
We have done thorough forensic work. It has yielded changes in the way that we verify payments, slowed it down. It's painful, but we've done it. We have found out how many of such claims or how much is fraudulent. We have clawed back some of the money now, about 29 billion. We're prosecuting some of the people, and we've continued to pay marketers whose claims have been verified. We have never stopped paying because, all this issue about, queues and so on. Of course, sometimes the marketers have said, unless you pay us, We are not going to bring in oil. But we have not yielded to any of that kind of stress or even blackmail or threats. We've continued to do our work, and we will continue to pay those who are clean.
The Nigerian Economic Summit, which has held for the past 17 years, is the largest national gathering for discussions on economic issues and is jointly organized by the federal government, represented by the Ministry of National Planning, and the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, representing the private sector.